It always is, and that's the thing. I think we're going to get, Cole, we're going to develop our references as we go through. We'll try and find something weird to talk about. I quite like the Heston Blumenthal chat because I like to cook. I like to bake. I don't like to bake. Baking's too hard. But I like to cook things. What about you? What are you like in the culinary space?
Oh, mate, non-stop, constant. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I want to make pasta, of course I'm not just going to spend a quid on a little pot that's easy and it sort of does the job. No, I will grow my own mushrooms. I will squeeze them. I'll put
That is
salt,
what you do with them. Yeah.
put salt on the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then in goes the pasta. Job done. Takes about 3 hours, worth it for the 4 bites that you get.
That's the thing. Job's your uncle, and you make sure that you manage to get the full experience. So we're going to see which of our 2 teams is going to get the full experience of winning this series. And I do think this is incredibly close. 100%. Have they been overperforming, would you say, considering that right now they are second, just above Lunar Galaxy?
I think a big part of it is how seriously each team is taking this event, and they should all be taking it, in my opinion, very seriously, because teams pine for off-season events, Stumpy Goblin. They say, we wish we had more, we need more community events, so then not do them. You know, you got to take them as seriously as you possibly can, and that is what 100% have been doing, getting worthwhile experience, and that's why, you know, a team that weren't that strong in the RLCS are taking down Lunar Galaxy 40 seconds in.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, this is great experience for your players individually, regardless. And especially when you look at the typical teams that you're going to be playing. Like, yes, you don't have your the absolute top teams in Europe competing, but a lot of the times, I mean, more often than not, you aren't competing against the very top teams in Europe. Like, you might face them in the Swiss. You then might face them if you get to a quarterfinal. But who do you normally have to play to get there? It is teams like Endpoint, Lunar Galaxy, Jobless, Resolve, 100%. Like, those are the rosters that you're going to need to learn how to play. And right now, 100%, they have taken the opportunity and they have run with it. 6-3 in the standings so far. And I think it's the first time we've seen them on the main broadcast, as far as I can think.
I think it's the second. Did they play maybe Endpoint before, I believe, over here? I think they won on the main broadcast. I don't know. It was someone. I'm sure production will be whispering into our little ears.
We had a crispy interview. And it was good.
It was a brilliant crispy interview.
It was great. I liked it, yeah.
Yeah, Acro was MVP. No, he wasn't MVP, was he? It was Toxic who was MVP. Anyway, shut up me. Shut up, Cole. I was wrong.
Shut up, you.
Yeah, shut up me. Here's Louis P. Bosh, saved by Tox. But Thomas going to turn around. And it's funny you talk about sort of, you come up against the big 4 teams by beating the rest of them. And I feel like Tox in particular is the epitome of that. The poor fella just seems to be wedged as the gatekeeper of Europe. If you beat Tox, you're probably going to a major.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he is, I think he's a giant slayer of himself. Like, he manages to be that player that you don't want to be coming up against too often.
Oh, steal that.
Especially when you're a big player like that. But with the Chronic getting a little bit of a runaway goal, he actually shoots it low, and both Louis P and Acro commit to it, and also both go high on the play. Tox just shepherds it in just in case it goes wide.
I genuinely feel like if I'm on Tox's team, I'm annoyed at him for not stealing that. That's got to be nicked, right? On the goal line for team camaraderie.
I think so. Yeah, I think you've got to make sure that you can steal that one away. I'd like to see my teammate do that, I reckon.
It's funny because in certain other games that might involve, you know, pew-pew, which we can't mention and shouldn't mention. Oh, what a goal that is from Acro right there. The thought of having something stolen is the most frustrating thing. Do you know what I mean? If you were going to score a point and someone else steals your point, should we say, you're like, that was my point. Whereas in Rocket League, you don't really care if someone steals your goal, unless it's a wonder goal and they just tap it in to make it look worse.
Yeah, that's true. That's annoying. The one that I always think of is, I know it wasn't going in, but it still annoys me. It was when Squishy got that reset in Season 6, and it hit the crossbar. It was against Dignitas. And it hit the crossbar, and then it didn't quite go in, and then Torment had to finish it off. And I remember thinking at the time, I was like, I wish that was straight in. That would look way better.
Do you reckon Torment was thinking the same thing? Oh, I want to watch this go in, but it just might not. Oh, we probably should claim the World Championship and be a World Champion for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and you know what? You made a good decision to shoot it.
Well done, Tom.
I'll give him that.
The Colin Stumpy seal of approval. Louise P is almost managing to continue 100%'s good work. They did lose their lead, but they've brought it back with great skill. I've seen some nice little mechanical moments, Crispy in particular with the chain dashes earlier. And now that first touch, sending it forward, staying behind the ball the whole way, but it does in the end allow in the Galaxy, sans complexity. And there's a little race there that both players lose out on. Crispy up against a Chronic. The Chronic puts it wide, but it's all 100% so far, Stumpy Goblin.
I mean, the final 90 seconds is going to see Lunar Galaxy attempting to chase back and get a single goal to just try and get a whisper of overtime. Acronic up for that double touch. And we've seen how dangerous Acronic can be. Yesterday, he scored some beautiful goals. Acro's going to be there to prevent Atomic from saving that one.
But keep an eye on Luis P right here. He catches, he just barges it past Tox. Simple as you like. You don't always need the fancy stuff. When you're about to be dunked, all you have to do normally is avoid the dunk. If you do that, you're taking at least one player out of the game. If you've got a good teammate to follow up, away you go.
And also, if you're the last one back, you want to make sure that you don't dive in. I think on that chance, Tox was a little bit too far forward, but Louis P, great speed from him. Now we look at 70 seconds for them to chase 2.
Tox puts this one to the backboard. Crispy has to block 2 potential shooters and does so. So Acro can flick forwards. A really nice performance so far from 100%. All of them nipping in to help the other. But they are a little bit boost lacking at the moment. Crispy has to allow Luis P to get it. Acro to the left side. Tox is already out. That's what Tox does best. Breaking up the blue attacks, but not really been doing it enough this game. Maybe that's why he was trending forwards a tad too much earlier on. Because as we see eventually, the first time the ball is hit cleanly, it's towards the Lunar Galaxy goal, and it's another 100% finish.
The 4th, in fact, and that is also going to be Crispy's first one in this after Acro secured himself the cheeky Hattie. 0 boost for Crispy, perfect placement for him as both players on Lunar Galaxy stay completely grounded with no boost.
Luis P and Acronic take this kickoff, but it's looking like it's going to be too little too late for Lunar Galaxy unless they can put just forward a plethora of goals in short time. And I don't see that happening, Stumpy. It doesn't seem to be working for them at all. Something's not quite right for them. It's only game 1. I'm sure we'll see a better version of Lunar Galaxy coming in next. But I'd say 100%. They're pipping it for speed. Their decisions are better. The passing plays are more crisp from the team in blue. And they are looking like the superior team early doors.
Would you say they're a little more crispy?
Yeah, and I'd say the other team are looking a bit aggravated.
That's really good. Louis P, nice little turnaround, taking more and more control of that ball away from anyone in the Galaxy. No chance for them. Game 1, very decisively in the end, going towards 100%.
Would you agree with a rule that says a 0-second goal counts for 2?
Not
that it would affect this game because it would only be 4-3, but just imagine if you're 2 behind and you try to hold on to it till 0 seconds. It's like, now, activate.
Oh, because if you're scoring it at like 1 second, you only get 1, then therefore it might be an overtime.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thought, you know. It's a very interesting thought. Yeah, I'd give it a go in a tournament, as ever, and then I would then see how
like
people hate it. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, go on then.
Big event.
I'd also make it be 100% prize pool for the winner.
Yeah, why not? And it's 3 best of 3s for the decider, best of 3 sets.
Okay. No, 3 best of 1 sets.
Okay. Someone call it a best of 3, not us, not here, not today.
Not here, no. Of course not.
Well, there you go. That's game 1, 100%. I like that performance.
That was very good. Yeah, I mean, Acro racking up 3 goals out of 4 shots. Sorry?
Rackro? You said Acro racking up, so I said Rackro.
I don't know why you said Rackro.
Because Acro racking.
No, I get why, but I don't understand why you said
Carry
it.
on.
Why did you feel like it was worth saying?
Because it's a fun little thing to do. The point is that I said that quite
Everybody have fun in chat with that one? What do you reckon?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Chat, say nothing if you have fun with that.
Oh, they're loving it. Salty Shores coming up 100% versus Lunar Galaxy. So rude.
You are rude. You're a rude little man.
So rude.
I like this map as well. The pros have been crying about this map the whole time. Well, I say crying. They've been saying, "Oh, this map," but I thoroughly enjoy it. I just like seeing new maps.
Again.
I also Acro's so good. He's
wait, shut up for a minute. Acro. What a play from him, because it's to the ceiling, and he Rackros it right below Rackronic, and nobody knew what was going to be going on there. A lovely play, taking it to the ground. In 9 seconds, Acro again, 4th goal on 5 shots.
Yeah, Rackro making the other players go, Rackro! Don't know what to think, do they? He's that good. He is that good. Oh, dear. Here's Tox, just air dribbling that one forwards. Crispy's just going to wait on the boost. Luis P and Acro there. Acro is certainly the MVP so far.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you have to say it. I mean, that's another doing for him towards Tox. Tox has I think the player that you'd look to, as you say, for that giant killing ability, but when it comes to these more middle table teams, typically in the RLCS, I appreciate not here, but in the RLCS, I think you'd normally look at him to try and lead that charge. Atomic was amazing yesterday as well, especially offensively.
Atomic, I think, is going to be one of those players that is going to have a huge season in 2025. He just continued to step up time after time. I swear the boy has been to, like, mechanics camp and improved or something. Maybe he changed his dead zone. Something has changed for him where he's gone from, an A-tier player to, well, he's an A-tier, but very, very top of A-tier on current
You
form.
could have put him on B and give him at least a bump up. So I think he was probably a B-tier player.
Maybe A+, A to A+.
No. Put him on B. Because I think he was a B-tier player. And then he went, I think he's got huge pop-off moments, then making those moments more consistent. That's how really you go from like A to S tier, I think, is the consistency of what you can do. Louis P shooting bottom corner as well with that. A full solo play from the Soul Spaniard.
There we go. Oh, to the ceiling. It's beautiful. Falls behind the ball, just dodges it home with two keepers as well. Despairing dives to the keepers, always making it look more impressive in the slow motion replay too. Things you love to see. 100% just continuing to charge down. And I'm curious what tier people would say Atomic was and now is on current form. I'm going A to A+. Something you're saying B to A. No, but that's the point. We're seeing what they don't know. We know your opinion is different. That's the point.
Because those tiers don't exist. Fine, I put him from Atomic to Atomic. Because those tiers are nonsense. Oh, Tox, my man. He wants conversation to go back to him. Unfortunately, it won't. I think he's gone from B to A. I think that's even then. I think his peak is S. His absolute peakiest of all peaks is S.
Do you mean ever or on his best day today?
No, on his I'd say on his best day that we have seen.
Yeah.
Of which he's had what, 2 or 3?
Yeah. Very few
Like,
players
I'm
have more
not
than
saying
one
he's
or two
only
of
had
those
one.
days.
Yeah, he's had 2 or 3 of those days. I would put him in that position as an S tier player, but overall, I'd currently put him as A, going from B.
So Stumpy thinks that in the latter half of last season, Atomic went from D tier to S. The biggest come up anyone has ever had. The man discovered training packs, and suddenly look at him.
Look at him go.
Oh, his team are losing quite thoroughly, actually, for all we're talking about one player.
Yeah, they're getting
it's
slapped,
100% that is steamrolling. They are
Atomic's got 78 points. Don't want to talk about him.
Back to B tier, isn't he? Here he is, 157. Follow it up, mate. Oh,
and a shot.
On an S
Good for
day,
him.
Atomic scores that.
Yes, very true. Well, we're halfway through the game, and 2 goals clear so far are 100%. Akro trying to go for that double. A Chronic on the goal line, whipped round. A player can't quite make it there. And we need to see, I think, a pretty revolutionary change coming out from Lunar Galaxy.
Yeah, they're not performing at all. They're not getting any of the ball. They've got less boost. They're chasing shadows, Stumpy Goblin, and they can't get the ball. Akro's finishing is almost perfect. He had to get the top right corner. Couldn't quite do it. Inches away from 4-1.
Yeah, very close. Unfortunately for them, they didn't quite have that. Akro flipping it away. And I like seeing the aggression coming out from 100%. They're making sure it's very awkward. Toto's getting a double tap off Louis P.
Ball's going to be punched forward on the left wing as far as 100% are concerned. Louis P trying to get rid of this ball. 100% doing all right at the moment. If there is a goal from Lunar Galaxy, they might start to sweat a little bit, but for now, this defending is okay. Atomic goes up to try and prod the ball forwards. Can't quite do it. And look at the pace. Again, was that our boy Akro? He is ridiculous today.
I think that may well have been big man Akro. But he's absolutely killed it on that push.
Fake. Ah, boo.
Boo.
I think that goes top corner if it's faked, but maybe it's too obvious, that one, because the ball's already arcing in. Who knows? We will never know, Stumpy. Shall remain one of life's great mysteries.
Oh. I think we see Lunar Galaxy really tidy it up. Make sure that they aren't letting these silly balls go past them. They're not just wasting time by having a mistouch. They're having to recorrect and the boost not going their way. Tox very bravely takes it into his own corner from an awkward play. And Demo again at the back, and right now 100% are not relenting.
Here comes Akro into the corner. Oh, they're still going. Akro is just doing them for pace. Time after time. I mean, there was a double demo, but Luis P's positioning was perfection. Akro's coming in now. He tries to get the quick shot on target. How many goals has Akro scored this game? I don't even know. He's got one. They've got one goal each.
They've
How
got one
nice.
apiece, yeah.
But
then on the shots,
by all men.
they're on 13 shots in total. They have been besieging that orange net and a chronic. Wow, a very interesting looking doink.
Acro sends it forward though. Here comes Luis P. Could make it 4-1. Will certainly kill it. I mean, it's already dead at this point, but could double deadify it. Chronic's going to try and go forwards. It's not going to count for nothing. 100% may well be the best team on this map right now. I think.
You know what?
I reckon they're
after
better
this game win, I'd pip them there. I really think I would.
There you go.
I mean, that's going to be 2-0 now for 100%, and they are very much on their way to a nice early win on this here Wednesday. What have you done today, Cole? What's been your Wednesday like?
Do you actually care? Because often when I answer, you act as if it's boring and stupid and dull.
It truly depends on what you've done. It honestly depends on what you've done.
I did a stream.
Okay.
I had my wet blended breakfast at midday.
Wet blended breakfast?
Yeah, you know the brand that I shan't mention that I enjoy.
Oh,
The
yeah,
meal
like a
replacement
milkshakey one.
Yeah, the milkshakey one.
Nice.
Sort of health shaky one, the meal replacement one. I then did my home workouts after the stream.
Nice.
I'll be honest, it wasn't my best stream. Do you know what I mean? You know, sometimes when you stream, your sort of heart's not really there. Really.
Yeah,
Other times,
it's
it's like you feel like you could stream for 10 hours. Do you know what I mean? Just like you can go forever. Other days, it's like, oh, we're going for an hour. Crumbs.
Christ, I'm done.
Yeah, it was one of them today. You know, it was my own fault. I mean, you know, the
chatters need to do better. I get you.
They do need to do better. No, they need to be better as well.
And more bits and whatever else.
Oh, well, obviously, but we shouldn't say that on a thing. But yeah, no, that would be nice if they're offering. That's fine. And then I chilled for a bit. Yeah, because I've just finished my workout, and then now we're here, and I'm here with you, casting 100%, being 2-0 up against Lunar Galaxy.
Lovely.
How about you?
Pretty good question. I went for a walk on the beach this morning, which was very nice. It's nice weather. It was like 20 odd degrees, so it was like perfect, like for a walk. Very still, as like very little wind, which was quite eerie on the beach. Normally it's like relatively windy.
Yeah, it must feel a bit apocalyptic.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's very still. It was nice. It was really nice. A few other dogs around. Dog got absolutely knackered out, which was quite good.
Good.
So yeah, he got all like tired legs. He's gonna sleep all day.
Does he swim in the sea?
No, he doesn't really like swimming. He goes for a paddle if it doesn't go above his like armpits.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not super into it. But yeah, he'll like walk around in like a deep-ish puddle.
Does the dog have 4 armpits or just 2?
I'd say it's got 2 inner thighs and 2 armpits, but they're not really armpits, and they're still just like inner thighs, but they feel armpity. You know what I mean?
Thigh pits.
Sorry?
Thigh pits.
Thigh pits.
Yeah.
I guess they'd be a leg pit, surely.
Could be a whippet. It's that sort of dog.
It's not a whippet. It's probably got whippet in him, don't get me wrong, but...
Well, it's 0-0, 50 seconds into this game.
No, that's nice though. It's nice just to... We've already had a chat today, so it's just good to update each other on an official broadcast.
Exactly. It's good to catch up. Good to be pals. In comes Acro against Atomic. So we speak, mate. It's another good start for 100%. I feel like the opening minute of every game should be like that. You're just chatting, you're watching how it's being shaped. I'd say 100%, shading it. 60-40 so far.
Yeah, again, it's just been that pressure, I think, that we're seeing, and all these touches try and keep it away from any semblance of control from Lunar Galaxy. What on earth is that pass? Please go in, because I love the idea there. It's not going to. But a nice little touch round and a little touch back. Trying to go for a bump is Acro, but again, a minute and a half in, and even more continuing pressure. Probably now a 65, 30, 20, 35, whatever the other number is.
Something equals 100. We can't be expected to do the maths over here. Production got to do something, haven't they?
Exactly.
Find out what 65 plus what equals 100 later on. At the end of the show, Jar of Jam maybe can reveal at the end of the show what you have to add to 65 to get to 100.
Stay tuned.
Ooh.
Oh, production said it's 35. Okay, spoilers.
Nice
it's 35. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. No fun on
It's EU education. That's the thing.
You know they call it math in North America.
I know, they only do 1. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the one they do. What they do is what do you have to plus a 65 to get to 100?
That's where I failed in my maths exam.
Right. Rocket League. Okay, we're halfway through. Crispy into the center. Acro's going to shoot. No, he's not. Put it onto the backboard. Then he goes to the bump. Smart decision from him. Acro genuinely might be one of my newly favoured discovered players. He's excellent.
Silly miss, though. I'm going to be honest. Like, that's great play, great pressure. Atomic, how much boost does he have? He flies up. Yes, it's awkward. But for all the plaudits we were giving him, he has let his team down there. And after a very continued pressure from 100%, they then go through with goal number 1, game 3.
Are we going to see a 3-0 100% sweep? There is a reason this team is second in the Shift Summer League. That is consistency. That is the ability to beat those teams that you have to beat to make it to majors, or at least to knock on the door of them, as you said yourself, Stumpy. Tox and his crew have been making top 5s for the last few EU splits, right? And they are taking them apart. It's a huge opportunity for teams like 100%, and my goodness, they're taking it.
Louis P also beating out Tox. So Tox is on a huge pre-jump, shows his cards a little bit too early, I think. Louis P can work it around. Crispy on the backboard calls Louis P into action and sends it middle. It's all a bit awkward. That's a demo. Going to be pretty open. Chances opening themselves up, and Atomic, that final touch, will be the one to send it home for a 1-0.
It was the demo there.
Great
Acro
demo.
respawned on the wrong side. Poor old Acro. He was birthed into a world of pain, having to just jump over the ball, floating over him, almost got it. The reflexes weren't quite there. Not even Acro on current form could block that one. And Lunar Galaxy have just a hope. Now let's find out if they can take it. Atomic over the top of a Chronic. Luis P's already in there. Tox wants it forward as far as hopefully a teammate. Crispy gets the flip reset, leaves it for Acro. And now on the corner. Lunar Galaxy can't clear it from their corner. Acro uses all of his boost to get himself in front of the goal. It's more good pressure from 100%. They just keep pressure so well. And Luis P, excellent third mannery.
I mean, yeah, we've been saying, I think the entire time, is pressure is right now what is the difference between these two teams. And whenever we see Lunar Galaxy get it, they don't tend to hold on for it for too long. This is a chance as a current that goes for a bump. Really noticing that physicality is going to be one of the many keys that they need to take down the 100% squad. Crispy, side wall. Louis P wants to get up for 1. Tox will be there to read it first, but this pre-jump's doing him well. Atomic does not need to make any contact. And the lead towards Lunar Galaxy for, I'm pretty sure, the first time this series, 1 minute left.
It's got to be said, it was a poor touch from Luis P. But credit to Tox for reading it. As soon as Luis P went up, Tox was like, wait a minute. This one ain't working out for you, pal. He was up. He smashed it home. And Lunar Galaxy do have their lead. Now, how do 100% play when they have to chase? Here's a Chronic. He goes up. Pushes it down. Wants to get the floor pinch. Unable to on that occasion. Luis P is trying to make up for his earlier error. He just waits for Tox. He knows exactly what to do from that situation. Turns his car upwards so that as soon as Luis P goes past him, he can block at any angle.
Oh, it's 45 seconds now with 100%. Still attempting, and with a very cheeky goal from Atomic. Finally, 2 minutes, or rather 2 games after we give him a lot of credit for how well he's been doing at the end of the season, he manages to just about sneak one home back behind Louis P. And that is going to be, I think, his second goal. Yeah, his second goal in this game.
How do you know that? Are you tracking it?
No, just hold tab.
Oh, in this game. Oh,
In
I
this
see.
game, yeah.
I think going to say series. Fair enough, fair enough.
It might be in the series. I don't try that.
Yeah, that's what I was like, surely not. That one's to the ceiling. Acro goes long to Crispy to the backboard. Could be up a chance, but it's not.
A little bit too high. But I mean, again, it's that pressure building so far. We've seen Lunar Galaxy fall to that pressure. However, it's definitely been 100% have been building it and making sure that the series has been going their way. This one, though, is a little bit different. Final 10 seconds. As we've been giving it to 100% previously, a little bit early. Let's go again. It's going to be a win coming through for Lunar Galaxy.
Yeah, I still struggle to say that was a much better performance. I feel like they scored some goals, which is good.
They did.
But I'm not blown away by Lunar Galaxy all of a sudden, thinking, wow, they've really stepped it up. They're performing up to the RCS standards suddenly. It didn't seem that way to me.
It looked better. It definitely looked better.
It's a little better to get goals, but you know what I mean? I feel like it wasn't a complete turnaround. There's still more to come from LXG if they're to get this reverse sweep.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think 100% are going to be looking at that game and learning from it a little bit more than what Lunar Galaxy can take from that. Lunar Galaxy, their coach, is Expo. 100% their coach, Relating Wave. In a 1v1, who do you have?
Relating Wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the pro player over the coach.
Pro player.
Yes.
He's been doing some playing, Expo.
Yeah, but no, he played with a Chronic, didn't he? When a Chronic went full Portuguese mode in the first half of the season, a Chronic was like, right, you can only play with me if you're Portuguese.
Yeah, and who did he pick? Expo. He didn't
picked
Relating
Expo.
Wave, did he?
No, he didn't. Relating Wave, just not Portuguese enough to play for a Chronic, but he is
the
Portuguese enough to be 100% coach. So let's hope he's speaking in Portuguese, I suppose, to them right now as we head to Estadio Vida.
I also remember, I think, Relating Wave doing well in the 1v1s at Gamers 8 number 1, I think. And I was like, oh, you know what? Fair play. Relating Wave is doing very well. So yeah, you know
Who was he
what?
representing in Gamers 8 number 1?
I'm going to say Endpoint. We're Endpoint there.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't
Have a
know.
look.
It wasn't Lando Norris's team yet, was it?
It was
What were they
Endpoint.
called again? That was Endpoint.
It was Endpoint. Yeah, that was Quadrant.
There you go. Quadrant, that's it. Anyway, here is Luis P. We are on Estadio Vida, baby, for game number 4.
I'm going to be honest, I just went into a hole trying to look to see what Endpoint's results were at Gamers 8 number 1, and I realised there's no point. Atomic, 20 seconds in, go on.
It's good to know, though. Good pass again there from Lunar Galaxy. There's a few errors at 100% is fair. I mean, they're forced errors, but they are errors still.
And people in the chat also talking about, wait, where's CRR? There is no X complexity anymore in Lunar Galaxy, which is a big shame. Everyone wanted to see that a little bit more. Yeah, they've CRR is now not playing on the roster, and it's going to be a Chronic. We believe he was just in it for the first week. Maybe a Chronic had some other obligations, but very good substitute player that you can get in fairness. So.
Yeah, not bad at all. If I could just be like, right, CRR fancy some ranked games, I would take that option.
I don't think he would.
That's my point. That's why I said if. That's literally what that means, Stumpy. But great insult, bro. You've totally done me.
I don't know why you're being so sour and acid-tongued.
1-0 to Lunar Galaxy. Acro's trying to change that. He has cooled down somewhat, but at least gets that one through. He's got the bump. Surely not be a goal. No, Tox too strong. Tox strong as an ox. Somehow clears it away.
Chronic now with a flip. Crispy's going to be there to get the double save away. Central again from Atomic. Crispy's going to be there to receive. Acro actually is going to be taking over. We're seeing a few results rolling in as well. Oxygen have just won game 3 in their series. Now I think they're going to be going through to, what is that? Is that not going to be 2-all? Oh, no, that'll be game 4. I don't know. JJ Rocks are 2-1 up against Jobless. JJ Rocks could beat Jobless over on those streams.
Of course they will. It's JJ Rocks.
2-1 against Resolve, and then Endpoint 2-1 against Saudade.
Oh, the bump! It was threatened earlier. Acro tried to get one for his teammate. In the end, it was his teammate getting one for him. Keep an eye on Lewis P. Chasing all, and it was Tox that managed to survive them earlier. I reckon they had a little bit of a laugh there, thinking, oh, you escaped me last time. Not happening this time.
Wonderful play. Good lads. I think the aggression, like we say, they're kind of like builds in a series as we go. So it's been quite nice to see now after it was being utilised a lot more by Lunar Galaxy. 100% now getting in on that play. All 3, however, commit to that one from Lunar Galaxy.
Acro up against Tox. Who's going to fall into the centre. Chronic sends it long. Luis P waiting underneath it at an awkward angle. Happened once or twice for 100%. Crispy tries to catch, but the Atomic was on him too quickly. In the end, Luis P can get the ball away. Has to sneak that one underneath Tox. And Luis P charges it down again. Luis P definitely seems to be the player that's linking the play right now for 100%. They are a bit scrappier, Stumpy. They've lost their synergy, lost their combination somewhat.
Yeah, I think 100% they maybe got a little bit too confident. A bump off the backboard. Again, now what was that? Louis P. Oh! Like, I was looking at Louis P there. How did Crispy touch this?
It was a poor challenge, to be perfectly honest, from
a corner
Tox.
challenge!
Yeah, from Tox. Tox sideways thinks, hey, look, I can touch the ball.
No.
Look how good I am at touching the ball.
I'm pretty sure, like, I'm going to say 97% of all challenges in one of the corners where you then don't block your own net, you're going to be conceding from it. Or at least it's going to be scary going towards your own net. Very
90%
irresponsible
is at least
challenger.
Scary. Okay, well, let's see the scientific test on that. Are 90% at least scary? I'll let you know in 6 to 8 weeks.
There might be. A long time, long turnaround.
Ooh, good touch there from Crispy up against a Chronic. And he's taken out for his work. Lots of demos in this one. It definitely seems to be the players are trying to be more aggressive. But as it stands, Stumpy Goblin, Lunar Galaxy are losing this series. They must score in the next couple of minutes, or they will be loser galaxies.
Loser Galaxy. Oh, Chronic, that's another chance for a lovely double. Crispy sending it long, but nobody there to follow it up, and Tox there to clear it away. It's going to be relatively routine save, but 90 seconds remaining. Going to be tough, I think, for Lunar Galaxy to bring themselves back into this when 100% are turning it around and are getting shots in the back of the net as well. That one goal is going to separate them just a smidge more.
100% get themselves another Tox on a Chronic going left to right and right to left, but no one near the ball. Crispy just had to put the ball away. Did it very well indeed. And now 100% have some daylight. Lunar Galaxy staring down the barrel of going, I'm squinting, 5 and 5, I think it would be.
It would be 5 and 5, yeah.
Yeah. Just dead on average, neutral.
True neutral.
Lunar Galaxy turning into true neutral in front of us.
Nice little pass back though from Crispy. He's a bit of control, but Atomic, he dived across trying to get a dunk. Loopy going for a bump on Tox, does get it. 25 boost, but Akra isn't going to be able to get anything too much more convincing. Just a little touch. Crispy picking up in the midfield, dribbling over one. Onto the reset. Akra goes in. Sort of a pass, sort of a shot. 40 seconds. 2 goals need to be chased from Lunar Galaxy.
Oh, Luis P almost there past the Chronic. Akra into the corner, 100%. Still attacking all the way to the finish line. They sense this one's going to be theirs. Luis P. Oh, Tox is hoping Luis P would go for that, but Luis P is too smart on that occasion. A Chronic shoots though. Luis P gets the save in the end, and he gets himself to the backboard, and that should seal a few more seconds.
15 and 2 needed. Tox goes for a chance. Actually, a Chronic comes in, swipes it away from him. The final 10, Crispy. Central towards Acro on a backflip. Actually, a stunning showmanship of mechanics from the Englishman.
Look at this. He's twiddling, he's turning, landing with handbrake on to drift himself to the side and then converting that momentum into the perfect jump. It's like he's got the ball on a string, Stumpy, taking it away from him.
Anybody else in chat just projectile vomit at how good that looks? I know I did. Crispy, that is goal of the day, I reckon. Goal of the day. Something a little bit different, a little bit ingenious. Showing off why you handbrake as well when you land, or e-brake as the Americans call it, just to slide across.